Attell, I think, of the current guys, he probably influenced the most guys out of New York. Because if you watch Attell right now in particular, that's a guy that's probably the most underappreciated and underrated, even though I know the fans rate him very highly. I'm talking about like the general public. Every comedy fan that knows Dave Attell rates him very, very highly. He might be the best comic alive, but criminally underappreciated as far as the general public goes. And if you see him, he's so good, and his jokes are so sharp, and you get into that Dave Attell rhythm, and that's all you want to hear. And then guys start doing jokes like him. You start doing that. He's got this way of talking, and it's so addictive. It's so I've seen so many guys and they're not bad guys, but you see like a little bit of Attell in them because they're like insecure and they don't know how to be funny, and they're trying to be funny, and so they try to do it like Attell.
Yeah,
and they have that like very pronounced sort of accentuation of words and delivery.
I remember Insomniac was like big when I was growing up. That was kind of his big Hollywood thing, but then I didn't see much after that. I know, wasn't he like an HBO young comedian special? Is that partly like him? Like he just loves stand-up. He'll go on last at the Cellar. He kind of just enjoys.
He does a lot of like late night sets, and he can revive an audience. And he's not like a big energy guy either. It's like he's just doing it all.
He's just the master at what he does.
Brilliant jokes. But yeah, I think the first big success was definitely Insomniac, and then through Insomniac he developed a drinking problem, and then through the drinking problem he quit, and then became the best comic alive. Like it really happened all through that. Like his quitting drinking, everybody agrees, like unanimously, that his act sharpened up radically. It got really, really, really good. And I think it's just his mind is free.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like the amount of new jokes. He's just a machine.
And he's super dedicated.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like he has a thing that he's really good at, that he really loves, that he's very dedicated to. So he's like always after it. And so because he's always after it, he's always doing all these sets, and he's always sharp. And I mean, that's really what it's at for all of us, And there's kind of almost a monastic approach that he takes. He wears the same clothes essentially every night. I don't mean like the same clothes, but like he doesn't vary in his style.
Just
like
dark
the same
clothes,
hat, the same. Look, Dave just sold out the stand-up live in Phoenix and killed it down there. I mean, it's not like he's not loved.
Yeah.
Like the people that know, and there's plenty of them, love him. But as far as like great comics that don't get put into the category of great comics, like he's number one on my list.
Yeah, I love him too. He's great.
Yeah, he might be one of the best of all time. And right now he's in his prime. And I think a lot of it is like he stopped drinking, unlike us, and turned his life around.
When is his last special? Do you know?
I don't know.
Was it Bumping Mics on Netflix?
Well, that's interesting too, right? Him doing that thing with Jeff, that's a really fun thing because they're both so good off their feet.
Yeah.
Skanks for the Memories was his first big CD. That was a really good one that he did at Denver at the Comedy Works. It's really fun.
That's a great club.